Hello, everyone watching. My name is Barbara. Welcome to today's presentation on the UK government, which is made up of four constituent nations Scotland, Wales, England, and Northern Ireland. First of all, here you can see the people who are participating in this video that we have for you. Now let's start. When we think about the UK government, I'm sure that the first thing that comes to mind is the word monarchy. But did you know that to this date there are 44 nations that still have a monarchy as their form of government? I'm sure that when we hear the word monarchy, the first country that comes to mind is the United Kingdom. The most popular and well-known monarch was Queen Elizabeth II, who aside from being the monarch of the UK, Her Majesty was also the monarch of several other Commonwealth realms. In this video, we will be talking about UK's government, which is not only composed of the King or Prime Minister. In a monarchy, a king or queen is the head of state. In the UK, the sovereign may be the head of state, but he or she doesn't hold the power to make and pass legislation. This duty resides with an elected parliament. Did you know that the coronation takes place after a period of mourning for the previous sovereign? For instance, Elizabeth II became queen on February 6, 1952, on the death of her father King George VI, but was not crowned until June 2, 1953. The principal functions of the monarch are appointing a government, give royal assent to bills, opening new sessions of parliament, approve order in council, and have a weekly meeting with the Prime Minister. Now we will talk through some facts about the royal family. The royal family isn't allowed to sign autographs. Royals such as King Charles are not supposed to sign autographs. This is in case somebody tries to forge their signature. Queen Elizabeth was the longest reigning British monarch of all time. Queen Elizabeth reigned since 1952, making her the longest reigning monarch in British history. Queen Victoria is in second place, having reigned for 63 years. The king doesn't need a passport to travel abroad. The king is one of the only people in the world that requires no passport for the international travel. When the king travels, he must give her full name, age, address, nationality, gender, and place of birth to officials at the border. The royal family must stay out of politics. Members of the royal family aren't allowed to say they support a particular political party. Although they can technically vote in elections, they stay away from voting so that they aren't seen to have a certain view of the government. A man married to the queen doesn't instantly become king. If a woman marries a king, they become a queen. For example, if Prince William becomes king, then his wife Kate will become a queen. However, it doesn't work the other way around. Queen Elizabeth's husband, Prince Philip, was never able to become king.
Hi people, my name is Marcelo. I'm here to talk about the Prime Minister of England, Rishi Sunak. He is an English political Prime Minister of England and leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party since October 2022. Between February 13 of 2020 and July of 2022, he worked as Chancellor of the Exchequer, has been a Member of Parliament for Richmond since 2015. Did you know that Rishi Sunak is a descendant Indian? And her parents came to the United Kingdom from the east of Africa in 1960. After taking possession of this new position after an audience with King Carlos III, Sunak, at the 4 years old, became the youngest prime minister in more than 2,000 years. Sunak and his wife, Askata Murthy, the daughter of an Indian billionaire, appeared on the Sunday Times list of the 250 people in the United Kingdom. The newspaper estimated they combined that worth at £730 million, which in dollars would be $826 million of dollars. Richi Sunak grew up among the elite. He studied with the exclusive Winchester College and Oxford and Stanford universities. He is now the expensive tasted when it comes to fashion, and has worked for the banks and the hedge funds like Goldman Sachs. He always declared himself a die-hard fan of the Star Wars movies. He collects all kinds of cult items for the Galactic Saga, such as Lazarus World or a green shaped of Coca-Cola bottle. than they appear in the movies.
Hi guys, I'm Julio. I'm studying aeronautical engineering and now we will focus on Scotland. To start, I would like to ask if you know who is the woman in the picture. If you don't know, you are looking at the first woman to hold the position of leader of the Scottish National Party and the one who, until a few months ago, was the First Minister of Scotland. Her name is Nicola Sturgeon, born July 19, 1970, in Irvine, North Ayrshire, Scotland. She studied law at the University of Glasgow. Sturgeon is married to Peter Murrell, who is the CEO of the Scottish National Party, but they have no children. Entering her political career, the former First Minister belongs to the Scottish National Party (SNP). Sturgeon has been a member of the Scottish Parliament since 1999 and has held several positions in the Scottish Government, such as Minister of Health and Community Welfare, Minister for Education and Schools, and Deputy First Minister. She was elected leader of the SNP in November 2014, becoming the first woman to hold that position. Then, in November 2014, she was appointed Scotland's first female first minister. Sturgeon has a political ideology which is characterized by her being an advocate of Scottish independence from the United Kingdom. She has also focused in issues such as gender equality and social justice. Did you know Sturgeon has more than 1.5 million followers on Twitter? Sturgeon is a big fan of pop music and has mentioned in several interviews that she loves listening to bands like ABBA, Texas, and Miley Cyrus. The Prime Minister appeared in an episode of the popular British television series Googlebox. She also has a Mexican side, at, as she has been known for her love of spicy food and has said that she likes to add hot sauce to everything. She's a big fan of the TV series Doctor Who and has mentioned that she would like to make an appearance in the series. As we had said at the beginning, until a few months ago, Nicola Sturgeon was the First Minister of Scotland. Who appears in the image is Humza Yousaf, who has been elected as the new First Minister of Scotland and, and will succeed Nicola Sturgeon. He presents himself as the candidate of continuity who will maintain the progressive line of the former First Minister. He won the majority support of the more than 70,000 members of the Scottish National Party.
Hello, my name is Sergio Flores. I am in the team 5, and I will talk about Paul Given, the first minister of Ireland. Paul Jonathan Given was born in October 12th in 1981. Is a Northern Irish Unionist politician representing the Democratic Unionist Party. Given was served as the first minister of Northern Ireland from June 2021 to February 2022. Is the youngest person to hold that position. Given was educated at Larhill Community College, where he studied business and history, and graduated from the University of Ulster, where he earned a Bachelor of Business Studies. Paul is the father of three girls, who admits the intensity of the role limits the family time with his wife Emma and their daughters Annie, Holly, and Missy. Given is very fond of sport and will support and invest the sport. I will let the commentators and athletes decide if they feel like I am being a voice for the sport. I have certainly made sure that it's been a top priority for me in the department and in terms of events I attend. The commitments that I participate in, the sport dominates to a large extent in terms of activities that I participate in. He said on February 2022, Given announced his resignation as Prime Minister as part of the DUP protest against the Northern Ireland Protocol.
Hello, people. My name is Denise, and it's my turn to talk about the Prime Minister of Wales, Mark Drakeford. He born on 19 September 1954, Carmen, Carmarthenshire, Wales. is a Welsh politician serving as a First Minister of Wales and leader of Welsh Labour since 2018. He has vast experience and has always been characterized by his impeccable political and humanitarian attitude. Before becoming Prime Minister, he was known for serving in the Welsh Government as Cabinet Finance Secretary, Breakfast Minister and Minister of Health and Social Service. A very loving fact about him is that he was married to Clark Bucket from 1977 until her death in 2023 at the age of 71. As a Prime Minister, Drakeford has responded to the COVID-19 pandemic in Wales. Many aspects of managing COVID-19 were the responsibility of the Welsh government, including putting restrictions on daily life designed to reduce the virus. Mark Drakeford is a staunch opponent of Britain's Trident nuclear program and has called for its decommissioning. Finally, there is